says, Jake, how is crypto and cold storage treated in a bankruptcy? They would be treated just like any other property or investment. You would be able, somebody could subpoena for the record of those assets on your crypto exchanges. They would be able to figure out, where you're holding them. If you say, I lost my keys in a boating accident, depending on who the creditor is, they could subpoena the manufacturer of the wallet and get the keys. If it's the U.S. government or somebody else. But in a bankruptcy, they are treated as a capital asset, same as any other investment or capital asset would be. In order to be able to structure those, ideally, you're going to set up some type of structure that has creditor protection. And if that's an LLC, you want to maintain your corporate veil, not commingling funds. You're going to keep separation of assets. You're going to do your board resolutions and meeting minutes and all the stuff that you would have if you were operating a legitimate company, because you are operating a legitimate company. If you set up an irrevocable trust, sure, that's got its own EIN. You're going to have a separation of control there, though. You're going to have a trust protector. You're going to have a distribution trustee. It's going to take 2 years to season in that creditor protection, depending on what jurisdiction you're filing that irrevocable trust in, or that asset protection trust. If you get your assets offshore, you could go to the Cook Islands. That's the most secure. It's never been penetrated even by the U.S. government. But you're going to lose a lot of control of the assets if you're doing it that way. So just be aware, it's kind of a give and take. Most people that we work with, they keep a portion of the assets in their taxable estate, whether that's inside of an LLC that they manage and own. And then they take another portion of that and they'll move it out of their taxable estate and move it into an irrevocable trust, while the cost basis or the price of the asset is still low, so that they can be within the gift tax threshold here in the U.S., not use a huge portion of that.